showtime.
The winning ball. We have such a special game ball. That's right, game ball. Such a special young man in the studio this morning. And right off the bat, I'm going to say for the first time ever, you beat Coach in here, Brenan. Great job. We'll talk about that in just a minute. All right, JC.
Special day in here. Yep, I remember all he's been talking about is this, his one worry was not dropping the ball the other night. Hey, look at somebody who did drop the ball in the last play of the game. Ding, 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 ding. Right answer. Good morning, I'm Jamie Guru. This is Athens in the AM, and over here he joins us this morning, number 17. Is that the only number that has that number you picked out?
I've been honored to wear this because of Pugh.
All right. Yeah, I saw a big picture of that. He was over. We'll talk all about that. Dusty, good morning.
Good morning.
Stan, good to have you in here talk a little politics this morning.
Good morning.
Getting awful close.
Yes, it is. Just a few days.
Yeah, awful close. I know you'll give us an insight on that. Dusty, anything going on at Lindsay Lane this morning?
Everything.
Well, not this time. There ain't nobody down there.
Who knows?
I know you got a prayer group to go to this morning down at 7. Over here on set 2, Joseph's back in action, starring in all kind of movies.
Yeah, big celebrity.
How was your week?
Well, I was in T-Town, so you'll think I had a pretty good week.
Well, yeah. How was it cheering for the Tide for the first time?
I saw it.
I could cheer for them against Colorado State, you know. So.
Well, looking at the way the season's going, you might want to start cheering for them every game.
Yeah, I know.
Coach Pugh.
Big stadium.
That was a big night Friday night, wasn't it?
It was.
Good deal. We'll talk more about that later. And athletic director, I guess, and assistant principal.
He
Clint
said he's running late.
I'm running late as always, actually. Coach Skipworth over here, track season still going?
Yes, sir.
All right, we'll talk about that in a little bit too. So this sports show brought to you by Hometown Market. Got a lot of stuff going on this day. Probably doing a very abbreviated version of Judge Jamie, Dusty McLemore's favorite game of all time. We'll talk about that in just a little bit. But right now, let's get to the weather because I think it's going to be a hot one again, anybody.
It is going to be warm, but we do have 40% chance of showers in the forecast today, so keep an umbrella close just in case, but not an all-day weather problem out there as far as any rain is concerned. 68 degrees out there right now. Feels quite nice, starting to get a little bit warm. I bet, Coach, you probably missed those cooler days. They'll get here pretty soon, though. High temperatures today of 87. Tomorrow's high, pretty much the same thing, 87, without that chance of rain. That drops down to about 20%. The extended forecast looks like we're A-OK as far as rain's concerned over the weekend, so just enjoy. Of course, Saturday they're saying there could be a shower, but it's not going to be a rain out, so no worries there. And of course, let's go right there. Angela says, you know what, we've got that special on your eyelashes, and also you can get, it's actually a value of $199. It's a facial peel, and or at least a value of $235. You can get it for $199. So $235 now available for $199. That's lashes and a peel. Don't forget about that. You can save some money. And then also Fall Festival Saturday from 2 to 6 p.m. That is Berea Baptist Church. You can contact them for additional information. And yet one more.
What are we giving him publicity for?
This little puppy.
Halt the pressure. This dog is missing.
This dog is missing, been missing for several days in the East Limestone area, and this is Melanie's baby. Melanie's baby, Hubbard. Yes, that's right. So we got to find her. Everybody look for her. They've had this dog for. This is Sweet Ava, and this is in the Peachtree Ridge subdivision.
Might be in your purse and didn't even know it. No bigger than that thing.
Y'all, everybody look for that dog.
Man, have you gotten enough publicity? Every time I turn the TV on, there you are. Rick Indicator Daily, the Current, there you are.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, dream come true.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we're going to talk about coaching just a little bit, too. So you were scared you're going to drop the ball.
Yes, sir, I was. I was thinking, don't drop the football. If I do, somebody's going to get me. Coach over there. First one I know was going to get me. It was him.
Yeah, oh, that's all right. Well, you made it. Touchdown.
Yes,
ding,
sir.
ding, ding. Way
Yes,
to go.
Yes, sir.
So it was a big moment.
It was a big moment.
Did your mama ever get over it?
Yes, sir. She was bawling tears. Yes, sir.
Well, how long have you been manager out there for East Limestone?
Over 15 years.
15 years?
Yes, sir. I started in 2006.
Wow.
Oh, goodness.
How old were you?
I started when I was in kindergarten. Yes, sir.
Goodness.
Man, that's a long time to be out there.
Yes,
Listen,
sir.
what's happening?
Not much, Jamie. Not much going on right now.
We'll discuss some things going on in a minute. Stan, good to have you up here this morning. I know it's we're getting close. We'll talk about that in just a little bit too. But first, let's go to sports right now and check it out with the sportsman himself, the cat daddy of all.
Yeah.
Cats in here yesterday. They make this.
Hope no more cats.
Fish.
Fish. Welcome to ZTV 11 Sports, brought to you by KFC, the best fried chicken in Athens, Limestone County. Coach Pugh will be up here in a little bit. He'll talk about the big game tonight. We have a big region game tonight at Milton Frank against Lee High School. So if you're not busy tonight, get on out to Milton Frank and watch a good ball game tonight. Also, you've got Austin will be playing
Don't be too prepared,
Columbia,
Zack.
Hartsel Muscle Shows. You also got Decatur playing Hazel Green. Tanner is open this week. Lauderdale County, Clements, Wilson at West, and John Paul at Ardmore, and Elkmont at East Lawrence. That's all the games I'll mention right there. Auburn, Alabama. Auburn will be playing Missouri, 6:30 ESPNU Saturday night. Alabama, Vandy will be 2:30 CBS. And I heard old Derek Mason said he's got some stuff for Alabama. I'm glad these coaches and players, they want to talk about Alabama, so we'll see what they got.
Get 'em, Zack.
2:30
Get 'em, Zack.
Saturday. Bring it on. And like I said, hot seat not cooling for some SEC coaches. I just made the mistake of flipping the Feinbaum Monday, and I think every school in the SEC called, complaining about their coach. Florida just won the ball game, and they were complaining. Jim McElwain, they said we should have lost that ball game. Every coach except Alabama was wanting, I think, fire their coach. Ed Orgeron's got a $12 million buyout. They wanting to fire Ed Orgeron after 2
They
games.
gave him a $12 million
$12 million buyout his first year.
They negotiated that contract.
He's got a smart agent. Smart agent right there.
$12 million?
$12 million.
He won't last through the season, probably.
Hey, and Cater Daly gave some game balls out, and I know Coach P will talk about this, but the Ardmore Tigers got a game ball for what happened at that ball game Friday night, which, like I said, was incredible. So congrats to Coach Smith and the Ardmore Tigers on that. And also Asa Martin. I tell you, all the fans, they ought to be excited about this.
Read his stats, Zach. Y'all heard this, what he did last
He
week.
accounted for
Listen to
253 rushing yards on 8 carries and 38 on 2
8
receptions.
carries, 250-something rushing yards.
Y'all better hope he don't change to Alabama at the last minute,
He
fella.
can't now, can he?
Yeah, he can change.
Yeah,
He's
he can.
committed. He's not signed.
Okay.
T.J. Yeldon was committed 2 weeks before he signed Alabama to Auburn.
250 yards.
Yes, Stan.
We don't need him.
That sounds like Dusty Back.
Hey,
Was that Tanner?
Yeah.
And one other thing, Jamie, soccer in Atlanta is exceeding their expectations. They had an MLS record, 70,000 fans
Yeah,
at the
70,000
New
people
Mercedes-Benz
soccer
Stadium
games
for
at
a
Atlanta
soccer game.
Stadium.
So that's amazing. Back to you,
Why don't
Jamie.
you go into that, Dusty?
I don't know.
All
I
right,
like
hey,
soccer.
let me go for a news item. Mellow Mushroom is reopening in downtown Decatur.
How
Some
about
of y'all know
that?
that in a couple of weeks. Guy Baldy owns a business next door too. But first, let me go to some photographs right now. What do we got? Photograph number 1. We got to talk about a good thing here. Here we go, Zai. Here we go. That's me on the right. You know who that is, Dusty? Margaret and Walter Hill.
Spinning.
Oh, yeah.
Spinning buddies.
You recognize them.
East Limestone. Jeff, aren't they big East Limestone
Yeah.
supporters? And 4 boys play.
Good coach.
I mean, y'all
Yeah,
think
they
he's a
are.
Mississippi State fan?
Yeah, he is.
He had on shorts. I said, I ain't never seen you nothing but Mississippi State.
right, I hadn't
They were there the other night when you scored.
He picks on me.
That's me on the right.
Yeah, he picks on me because he wants me to be a Mississippi State fan. I said, roll tide.
All right, speaking of Roll Tide, there he
Oh,
is.
my
Look, hold it, look. Joe
my
Carlucci from New York City.
New York City.
Met his hero last
His
night.
brother.
Look at his eyes, y'all. Look at his eyes like he's in awe. Man crush, Jamie.
glad he's here
Man
today.
crush.
That is a serious man.
All right, I got a couple of questions this morning before I take a break. One, who's got the #1 defense right now in the college football division?
It wouldn't be Vanderbilt.
Vanderbilt would be your right answer. You believe it? Lowest yardage, lowest passing, and lowest scoring. That's all about to change.
Call them after Saturday.
Absolutely.
Game day is where Saturday?
It's in
No idea.
New York City.
New York City.
Lee Corso will be trying on his, how many headgear? What would it be?
555th.
Oh, goodness.
$2.99.
Yeah, what's he gonna put on, Bray?
And the last question this morning is, it has come to my attention, Zach, that you have taken on a part-time job.
Ah, do tell.
Did you?
Oh, Brad, what have you done to me?
I mean, Zach,
Running the flea market.
all right, you know they got test dummies, right? Well, now they've got drone test dummies. And to test what the injury can be. So they're seeing if you get hit with a drone, what kind of damage it can do to you.
I've already had
They're looking for somebody with a big head, so they got Zack to come over there and be perfect for that.
Brad, that's good, dude.
All right, take a break. We'll come back and Stan talk a little politics because Tuesday is the election. We'll get Stan. He is a political consultant, not to mention an attorney in Huntsville, and he'll tell us all about it coming up next as Clint Legg makes his way into the building. I told you to start wearing a bow tie.
He won't do it.
Y'all hang on.
Step Brothers.
And back here on this Thursday morning live with the #1 rated morning show next to ZYP on Highway 72 in Athens, Alabama.
Stretch there,
Home of the
stretch.
New Hope Flash. Yeah, okay. Here we go. Stan McDonald, my good friend, political consultant and Auburn fan up here today. One of the few I've got on that side of the ball. But anyway, how are you?
I'm doing great.
All right, I know this is your time of the year to shine since you've been a political consultant and stuff. We're down to Tuesday now.
Yeah.
The big dog is flying in Friday.
Right.
You knew it.
What are your thoughts on this? You've said it all along. The only way he's got a possible chance is for Air Force One to touch down in Huntsville.
Well, I think this is coming really right down to the wire, this race is. And, you know, we've got a lot of football season going on right now. It's kind of like getting in the red zone. Everything changes these last 5 days. You know, just like when you get inside the 10-yard line, all the dynamics change. Same in politics. We're down now to the red zone. And with Donald Trump coming into town, what I believe is that right now Luther Strange probably trails by 5 points.
According to the Raycom's deal, it's what, 53-47?
Right, yeah. And I went to Auburn. I don't know what the math on that is, but it's something around 5.
Right.
But they're closing, and the question is, will they be able to close the gap fast enough? If I were going to close the gap fast enough, I'd want Donald Trump in North Alabama, and I'd want Mike Pence in Birmingham. I think these guys running this campaign are geniuses, but they've got a lot to work with. They've got a lot to overcome. I can promise you they've sat in their boardrooms and said, how are we going to do this?
Well, it all goes back to what you've been talking about all along. They're going to make Roy Moore look the worstest possible thing they can do. And they've done that.
Yeah, oh my gosh. I mean, please, people understand this. You're seeing some deceptive type politics. Advertising. Now, do what you want to do. I'm just saying you're seeing some deceptions. Mo Brooks, the evening that he gave his concession speech, literally after that onslaught of commercials, needed to remind everybody that he wasn't Nancy Pelosi's best friend and that he wasn't actually helping the Islamic State behind the scenes. That's the kind of power that advertising can have. And to say right now that Roy Moore sides with Nancy Pelosi and Hillary Clinton about not building a wall is utterly ridiculous. Now, my hat's off to the people running the campaign. I've said that.
All right. Zach,
Some people will believe
to
that.
people watching this morning that may not know, explain, and you've done all the political campaigns you've been involved with, what they put in a political campaign don't have to be
Ad.
true.
Oh, that's right.
Ads do not have to be true.
Well, you know, and as a lawyer, too.
And we're forced to run them.
We see and work every day in words, mean things, and words. If I told you I had one eye, now am I telling you the truth or am I not telling you the truth? I mean, I do have one eye. You see?
Yeah.
You do have
I
one.
didn't
one
tell
side
you,
of your nose,
I
yeah.
didn't tell you that I might have two. Could have three. But
You do have one, right?
I have one eye.
But that's how
all in the
deceptive all
wording.
this can be. It's dirty. Politics are dirty.
Nasty.
It is.
nastiness.
It is dirty. But it's competitive. It's competitive.
It's nastiness.
It's competitive. Now, the voters and the listeners have a responsibility to ferret it out. Now you ask yourself a question. Do you want it to, if you think it's dirty, do you want the dirt side to prevail? Or are you going to feed the situation by sitting back and saying, well, it's so dirty, I'm not even going to vote? Well, let me tell you something.
That's
Those
voting for the
folks
dirty
right there that are doing that, there's something called voter suppression. They like to suppress the vote. They want to make you think Roy Moore is so bad, or on the other hand, the other guy's so bad, you're going to stay home. Well, that's feeding what I don't think you mean to be feeding. It just makes the guys in the boardroom smoking those cigars all the happier, patting each other on the back when you have a successful voter suppression.
Now, Mo Brooks came out last week and supported Roy Moore.
He did, yes, sir.
Now, what's that do for Roy?
Oh, it's huge. It's huge. But
To me, that's about
How
as
many-
big as it can get.
How
though.
many of the Mo supporters did you hear say, unless he comes out and supports Roy Moore, I'm not going to, Brooks
Yeah.
supporters, they said, I'm not going to vote.
well, I tell you, it's
I'm just not going to vote.
Yeah, there probably was a good bit. This race really is, and I know a lot of people sick politics and whatever. This is Frazier versus Ali.
Oh,
It
yeah.
really is, and it has the dynamics to it. Luther is strong for one reason. Roy is strong for the exact opposite reasons. This will be textbook teaching material by Dr. Jess Brown and others in political science circles for a long time. Washington money versus the principled conservative who, goes so far that way, he's been thrown out of office. But this guy over here, there's nothing wrong with having Washington support in and of itself. But he has his baggage as well as the way that probably.
Now, Sarah Palin's coming into tonight to Alabama.
Yeah, she is. Look, he's.
They're having to pull out all
Yeah,
stops.
yeah.
All right, what kind of turnout do you expect coming up Tuesday?
Low.
How low?
Is
Last
that
week, what?
voter suppression? I think it's less than 10%.
10%?
I think, yeah, and I think it favors Roy Moore. But now, the Donald Trump thing is going to be
Interesting.
It's going to be huge. And as a Mo Brooks person, we just recently got it handed to us, and I give Trump, the main credit for that.
You saying if he hadn't have come out in that and supported Luther Strange, that Mo would have beaten him?
We really believe.
Got in the runoff
We
for
believe
Roy.
with all of our best information that we were going to be in the runoff until, as of Sunday afternoon, we believed it. The robocalls hit on Monday with Donald Trump, and it just cleaned the floors.
But if Trump's coming on a Friday night. That's
Coming on
football
Friday
night. He was going to be Saturday. They changed till Friday.
Yeah.
Because
So,
of Alabama football.
Are you going?
I don't think I'll go. I think my son's going, and I don't think I'm going to go. I just did not get around to it. I see him on TV all the time.
Yeah. All right. In your predictions for Tuesday, what are you predicting? Being my political expert.
No
here.
pressure.
Now, you said all along, over the last couple months, that Roy's lead was substantial. You didn't think Roy Moore could catch him. You didn't think Luther could catch him, right?
I got a room full of football people, and I'm just telling you, the dang momentum here is formidable. And I do equate politics and football a lot because things happen that make it exciting. I think Roy Moore hangs on, but OMG, there's momentum right now working against.
So it's going to be interesting.
Yeah,
It's going to be
gonna
interesting to see how much support and how many people will follow Trump in this situation.
I have a friend who's a pollster, and I asked him a couple weeks ago, I said, look, what you need to poll is this. Would you still vote for Roy Moore if he murdered your own mother? Because that's the way they're going to portray that guy between now and Election Day.
You're going to get worse
You
than it
think it's
already
gonna get
has
worse?
been?
Is it going to get worse? Oh, my gosh. They got... Now,
It's gonna get worse.
They've got these commercials running right now that has Nancy Pelosi's screeching voice saying, "We don't want a wall." And then they got Hillary, "We don't want a wall." And then they got Roy Moore going, "We don't want a wall." And they say, "Is this who you want to be for?" That's nasty in Alabama.
Yeah,
that's real nasty.
That's real nasty. That's real nasty. But the right
people
wingers that
believe
support
that?
Roy the Christians will get out and vote.
There are enough people to believe it.
Unfortunately, that's true.
There
still.
All
are
right. Your prediction, Ian, you think Roy's going to eke it out?
I think he hangs on.
All right. Let's talk about one other. Kay Ivey, right now, is probably got, she already $1 million to campaign chance.
Yeah.
She's going to run for election for governor. She eats mountain oysters. Talked about it last week from her hometown of Camden,
Yeah.
Alabama, right there. Everybody knows what mountain oysters are. Deep fried, they're delicious. And do some of these guys now wish, and some of these people already said they're not running, is everybody going to stay in?
Not everybody.
They can't compete.
Tommy
with that.
Battle stays in. Bill Hyde, probably the people who are raising good money right now stay in. Scott Dawson stays in because he's a political. I like Scott Dawson. I don't mean this, but he's a novice.
I like Tommy Battle, too.
Yeah.
I'm a battle guy.
Now, Tommy feels like this is just his time, and probably if there's a guy who can topple Kay right now, he's best positioned with the things that he has in his favor. Scott Dawson, Scott, if you're listening, he's going to stay in because he doesn't know any better. But people like that, though. You know, they like someone to jump in there and mix it up.
Yeah, maybe I need to get back in politics.
No, you do not. Tell him, Dusty. No.
All right, while we're on subject, does Gus Malzahn hang on for Auburn till the end of the year?
Oh, till the end of the year?
Oh, well,
Oh,
yeah.
we want to see what he does in the Georgia game. Now,
If he loses to Georgia, what happens?
well, it depends on what Georgia does between now and then. But if he loses to Georgia, oh, that's pretty bad.
Danny Sheridan said yesterday on Feinbaum that Auburn would beat Georgia, but they would lose 4 or 5 more games.
Oh.
Well, we never have liked Danny Sheridan.
I'm just saying what he said. You know, I know he's a Bama graduate and everything, but anyway. Any other words of wisdom from Stan McDonald today? Get out and vote.
Yeah.
Yes, get out and vote.
Words with no, I think not.
And just watch
So this
for
political
more
season with this has been just what you
ads
thought
to
it would
come
be
out.
since Mo didn't make it in there.
Yeah, it like I said, it is an epic battle, and it is between Washington and. Listen, if you're one of these people out there that still at this point doesn't know which of those two you're going to vote for, be very careful. Be very careful what you do. Seriously. Because the commercials right now, they don't have to have any accountability to them whatsoever.
No, they're not true.
Yeah. You know, ask your best friend who you trust who keeps up with the stuff. And if you don't have one, you
Call
You
it.
can ask us. I'm going to say vote for Roy Moore. That's who I'm going to vote for.
that's who I'm voting for.
You know, when you weigh out the crookedness,
I wasn't. I'm like you. I was a big
yeah.
Mo supporter. Not, you know, but you're in on the campaign. Your brother-in-law is the U.S. congressman.
You know, I've had many opportunities to be for Roy Moore in the past, and I haven't always necessarily. I'm not necessarily a sycophant or a follower, but in this, there's a lot of principle involved in this one.
Yes, there is.
Now, I have a good friend who pulling for Luther, and they urge people. They're saying, and I'll give them a little airtime here. They're saying, please don't make this a vote of retaliation.
Yeah. Well, you know, you got to look.
Just
If
look
you're,
and research the
But if you're
candidates.
a animal person, he's probably going to ride that horse Sassy up to vote against you.
You're just showing
So
off
if you got a
the name
horse,
of the
yeah, I knew
horse.
the name. Y'all didn't. Sassy's the name of his horse. Dusty, did you know that? That's right. All right, Stan. So Roy's in.
Vote.
I think so, yeah. And I think Alabama will probably continue to roll until you know that last week in November too.
Oh, Stan, you just lost all credibility.
Been nice having you up here, Stan. All right, we'll take the break. We'll talk more football just a moment. Y'all hang on. Loser.
Oh, let's quickly go over that forecast. 68 degrees out there, 40% chance of showers today. Keep an umbrella close. And actually, temperatures are going to reach 87 for your high for today. Pretty much 87 tomorrow as well, with only 20% chance of those showers tomorrow. And then Saturday, looks like we could see a shower or two, but not all day rain, so don't worry about that. Although Jamie wants it to rain, so he feels not guilty being in the house by the TV watching football. But let's talk about kids' safety. Saturday, they need a good day. This is going to be September 23rd, 11 to 3 p.m. at Lowe's. It's a kids' safety day. They'll have fire trucks out there. The mayor will be out there. They'll just giving back to the community, letting the children know that if you see the firemen, it's safe to go up to them. If they ever come into your home, don't be afraid to yell out to them. And that's really what that's for. Emergency workers will be there as well. Good thing, 11 to 3.
I am the amazing Swami from worlds unknown.
Brought to you by Garner Auctions, Ken Garner.
All right, let's get it cranking here. You hang on for about 1 minute. Let's talk about tonight's game. You're not playing tonight, too, are you?
No, sir.
Well, I didn't know. After you demonstrated such athletic skills last week on athletic ability, I'm surprised Coach Pugh ain't going to pull one out of the hat and put you in.
Nah.
I had a lot of coaches call me trying to recruit me.
Before we start talking about what happened at Dream Come True last Friday night, let's talk about beating Ardmore. How was it?
It wasn't good at halftime. It got
I saw
better in
that.
the second half.
Yeah. And tonight,
It's going to be tough. They're very good.
playing at Milton Frank at what, 7?
Playing at Milton Frank at 7, and this is a game we really, really need to win as far as the region goes. Because it's going to get tougher on down the road. We don't want to end up going to Brooks at the end of the year having to win a game to get in the playoffs. So we really need to win this game.
There's no sweat on a coach during the week, is it?
Oh my goodness!
Yeah.
It's going by fast too. Think about it. This is
Not
week
just during
4.
the
I mean,
week,
it's
all
already
season.
flying by. You stay busy.
How was it on the sidelines? This excluding this deal, but we'll talk about that in just a second. Against your former team where you coached for several years.
Those guys and coach tell you, they played as hard for a half of football as they played since I was coaching there. My hat's off to them. They played hard, but the adjustments made it halftime. I mean, coach gets in there and has a good halftime meeting with the guys, and they come back out and played real hard. But man, my hat's off those guys. They played hard. They played as hard as anybody that's played them all years played them for a half. They really did.
That was great. Changing subjects a little bit. I know you're in administration now. What happened yesterday over at the school in Huntsville? That was a hoax. And you would. I got to give a shout out. We were watching 48 when all this happened. The sheriff's department, Blake Dorning was there himself. The police department, so they were on that.
They were
man.
all there.
They were everywhere on that yesterday.
That was really a scary situation watching from home. Imagine parents pulling up to the scene and seeing all those guns and vests, and and not to know anything, and it turned out to be a prank call.
All right. Enough about everything else. Let's talk about number 17. Jeff Pugh, how long have you known this kid?
I guess it's getting to be about 16 and a half years, right, Pat? 16 and a half years. Probably he's about 1.5 first time.
So you have been working with him 16 and a half years?
Well, I've been working on him.
True.
16 and a half years.
Yes.
What does he mean to somebody like you?
Well, I'll tell you, I got 2 sons. I got a daughter and another son that's in college, and I got this young man right here. I see him every day. Most of the time he's late to school. We figured out how to get him.
Who was late this morning?
We figured out how to get him on time.
Beat you here this morning.
We're going to put a TV camera up in the front lobby of the school. He'll get there on time.
When did y'all come up with this idea to let him play in the final play of the game?
I've been thinking about trying to do something for him, and I approached Pat about it, and let Pat and Susan both know that there wasn't going to be any danger of him being injured. And it's something that I wanted to try to do, but I needed to talk to some people first. First thing I talked to was Clint, because Clint was at Ardmore then. I told him I wanted to try to do it, and of course he agreed that we would do this for Brenan. And when Clint came to us, I called Andrew, Coach Smith over at Ardmore, and they were more than willing to
What we're
help
showing
us.
right now is something, we thank Channel 19 courtesy of their video this morning, but here's what happened the other night. Brown, take us through what you're seeing right now. What's going through your mind as you're getting ready to make your way onto the field?
I was nervous and excited at the same time. I'm glad everybody was coming up, saw me, friends were there. You saw the guy with the white hat on. He was from a semi-pro football team.
They want to sign you up too?
They were from a semi-pro football team, the Legg Generals. Yes, sir. And they came to see me.
How loud was it in that stadium?
Pretty loud.
So, how long had you been thinking about trying to get on the field? Or did you ever think it was possible?
And I don't think it was possible until Coach let me.
I asked him, and I asked him a minute ago, what was the most special thing about that night? And he says, they were planning this for so long, not just that night.
Nope.
You had no idea.
I knew.
He knew.
What happened? When did he come to you about this?
One day last year, we're in class, and he said, Brenan, I'm going to let you score a touchdown for your senior year. Yes, sir.
So you've been thinking about that long.
Yes, sir.
So when you crawl, we're going to show the video in just a minute. So when you get in, you don't want to fall.
No.
Tell them what you did.
I went,
Spike the ball. It's a penalty.
I spiked it. Everybody was around me. I don't know how he saw it on.
I saw it on TV.
Yeah, he did.
Hit it from me.
I hit it from him.
Well, that'd be something got thrown out of the game, wouldn't it?
Give me a penalty. You
Or get a
run
penalty, they bring it back out there, you get a penalty.
Did Coach make you run for that?
Nah.
We're going to show all that in just a second. Jeff,
Yes, sir.
back to you. What kind of feeling do you have as a coach? And Brick was there too.
Yeah.
Right.
When he gets on that field, after you've known him that long.
Everyone was in tears.
The best I've ever had. Period. You get to do something like that for somebody you care that much about. I don't know. A lot of people may be critical of putting a kid on the field like that, but I'll tell you this. It was the best thing that's ever happened at East Limestone. That's it, period.
That's a big statement.
A lot of people showed up for him. You would be surprised how many people came because they've known this young man and they know how he is. He don't meet somebody that he feels bad about any day. If he walks up to you, he knows your name. He's going to be nice to you. He's going to have a smile on his face. He's been through more than all of us in this room and all those people that were at that game. He's been through more than any of them. And to have a smile on his face, man, everybody ought to want to do something for people like that. I said that at the end of the game. There's not enough of that going on right now. We got so much crap going on in this world, it's ridiculous. People need to be more like this young man right here. And don't see bad in people when you look at him. He's just a good friend of mine, and I was proud to do it for him. I wish I could do more for him. You know what I mean, buddy?
Yes, sir.
Right.
What else you got to say, Brandon, before we go to the video of you here?
It was pretty. I was thinking, don't drop the football.
Toss me one here for you.
Hey, look here. I really want to send, like they said, the game ball goes to Ardmore. They just lost a high school football game. And I went to them before the game and thanked them for what they were doing. But they took no hesitation. No hesitation. They went right down there and lined up. And they wanted to be a part of what we did for this young man with no reservations whatsoever. That speaks a lot about those kids and what he instilled in them and their parents at Ardmore. Those are some good kids over there, too.
I'm going to be honest with you. When Jeff called me last year or this summer about it, my deal was this, and I want to tell Brenan this. One reason he better be glad I wasn't there, Brenan, is we were going to hit you a couple of We wasn't going to just give you a touchdown.
So was it the best feeling ever on earth?
Yes, sir. It was the best feeling. Yes, sir.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
You deserve it.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you did awesome.
Hey,
awesome.
you didn't drop the ball.
No. First person who was going to give me was him.
Roll Tide, too.
Roll Tide.
Roll Tide. We're going to go to that video now, Conference Channel 19, to show y'all, in case y'all missed it, what happened last week over at Cavender Field at East Limestone. Congratulations to all of y'all for pulling that off.
Thank you.
All right, here's that video. We'll be back in just a second. Y'all hang on.
The most important plays in a high school football game happened just before the clock hit zero. But that wasn't the case last night at East Limestone High School. It's what happened in the seconds after the game that showed everyone on the field, but especially one young player in particular, what winning really looks like. On the East Limestone sideline, players come and go. But throughout the last decade, there have been two constants. Head coach Jeff Pugh wearing the headset, and Brenan Ashmore on the sideline.
What's up, Cameron? Oh, Brenan! What's up, Cam?
Brenan was first recruited as team assistant in 2006 and has been fist bumping, shaking,
I'm friends with you on Facebook.
hugging, and greeting everyone he knows, and even those he doesn't, ever since.
There's nobody out here that he doesn't know, and if he doesn't know him, he'll know him by the time the game's over.
Brennan's journey through life has been one step at a time.
It started out with hydrocephalus, which is water on the brain, and you know, he's had aneurysms, he's had major back surgeries, major brain surgeries.
I don't let that get to me. I just push on.
His dad says they knew early on he wouldn't be a conventional star athlete.
From a young age, he was told he couldn't play and he would never play.
But leave it to Brenan to refuse to take no for an answer.
I give it all to the team. They gave me a chance, and the Coach Pugh gave me a chance.
Most Friday nights, Brenan is a source of encouragement.
I got butterflies, but I'm feeling good, though.
But on this game night, the shoe is on the other foot.
Go get him! Go get him! You, baby.
Coach Pugh gave the word it's time for number 17 to put on his helmet for the very first time.
Coaching staff giving him the opportunity just to participate, you know, it means a lot.
With the tribe chanting his name, and a coach who loves him like a son, Brenan took one final knee.
Lord, let me please pray for Brenan right here.
And when the clock hit 0, Brenan left the sideline behind to become the unconventional star athlete he was always meant to be. And boy, did he shine. On the other side of the mob of supporters stood his proud mother, sobbing.
He loves these people and they love him, and it's just too much.
And while these countless players on the team will come and go,
This will be the story you hear. And I just can't thank everybody enough for making this happen for him.
they may never have another who loves or is loved quite like Brenan.
I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
Love you. Love you.
Truly a remarkable young man. Brenan has been a part of this football program for 15 years and has absolutely no plans of leaving anytime soon, though he...
Cruise in with the old Mustang man, back in action. Hey, we're bringing a motorhome up here from Madison RV in a couple of weeks.
Hey, let's
Gonna have it
Hey, I
out
saw your
front.
commercial the other day on TV.
Yeah,
do it.
Gonna have it out front. Which one was it? Me cooking or me with no shirt on? Oh, you didn't see that one. That's the one we run
I
here.
don't remember you being in it.
Tattoo.
That's almost
I saw Glory in there.
Any car shows this weekend?
Yeah, I sent Brad a couple. We got the big one up at the high school. That's the main one. We're helping out with the Athens High School PTO show.
Oh, that's this weekend?
That's this weekend.
Alrighty.
Parent-teacher organization, all for charity. We got about 100 cars say they're coming, so I told Bill, I said, maybe we'll be able to fit them all in the parking lot. But in between the high school and the football stadium, Joe Carlucci's going to be doing pizza. We got a guy doing funnel cakes,
What time
shaved
does that
ice. It's from 9 to 2.
Okay, at this high school.
At the high school. So I'll be up there kind of helping organize that. We got some trophies. So looking forward to it. Bill Matthews came to me and said, can you help put this on? And we've been working it.
So if
for
anybody
weeks.
wants a car show, Joseph will put it together for nothing.
No.
When he ain't at the what? That's is that all of them?
Well, we got a couple there. Martin Methodist up in Pulaski. That's the 34th annual. They've been doing that one a long time. That's for older cars, 92 and older. That says only. Well, pre-92. So, and that may be the last
Well,
one.
what was it like at Tuscaloosa now that you're a Bama fan?
Well, I'm not a Bama fan
You
yet.
will be before it's over with.
We decided to just take it all in. You know, we went to the quad, we went to the Walk of Champions. That was actually pretty cool. I didn't know that when Saban leads the team off of the bus, that he gets about halfway up that little walkway and turns around and kind of greets the crowd, but then he waits for the boys. No, I got to tell a quick story. I had my cell phone camera ready, and I was going to take all these pictures as the players came by. Well, then lo and behold, he turns around and he's waving to the crowd and looking and everything, speaking to people. I'm just snapping pictures like crazy. And when he got all done, all the teams gone by, and I started looking at my photos, I had it in selfie mode. So I got pictures of all these people behind me. I was like, well, that just figures. So anyway.
Greg, what's up over at Coach Skipworth over at West Limestone? What's up with the track? What are you doing over there?
Well, I'm coaching cross country, the girls. are right now the top rated in
Didn't
their
they
region.
win? So you're coaching the girls too?
Yeah,
They won
They've won
something.
3 in a row, and then they finished third at Scottsboro. We had a bunch of seniors out taking AP stuff on the weekend. And then we're off this week, and next week we have our regional meet at Wilson. So we're looking for good things.
When's the season end in track?
November 11th is the state finals down at Oakville, Indian Mountain. So
Yeah, that's a
They're
big
doing
deal.
good.
We've been over there
Yeah.
for, what, 5,000?
yeah, we were there a couple weeks ago. They had almost 3,000 runners.
You already been over there to Oakland?
That's a big deal.
That's Jesse Owens.
Yes,
Hometown
it's
school.
huge. Yeah.
So are you surprised the track team's done this well this year?
No,
Must be that great leadership down there.
They do all the work. It's, running is something you have to want to do. It's not like going out and putting on a uniform for baseball and sitting on the bench. We don't have bench warmers. You're running all the time. And so these young men and women put a lot of effort into it, and I just kind of give them some guidance to help them focus. And we don't worry about what anybody else does. We just do our own thing.
It's
All right. Well, you're doing a good job, Dan. I did see where they won. The Decatur Daily had a big article on it, too. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Well, you're still running down at Lindsay Lane Baptist?
Oh, yeah. Still
Still in
full
James.
speed.
Hey, I
Full
meant
speed.
to invite you over at Central Church of Christ for their Friends Day. Where is it? And I've got the invitation right here somewhere. But
While you're looking for that, I did want to, didn't you need to announce all those kids are coming to Lindsay Lane?
Yeah, they are.
What's that called, John David?
Here you go.
Saw you at the poll.
Saw you at
Saw
the
you at the
Pause.
Pause.
That's going to be awesome. It's
There's my
Wednesday
personal
night.
invitation from
Wednesday
Bill
night.
Perkins.
I wonder what that was.
Yeah, you want to hear some good preaching?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we can give
Yeah,
a shout out this morning.
Yeah, saw you at the Pose. We're hosting that at Lindsay Lane. It's all the kids in our counties coming together. It's takeoff. We'll see you at the Pose that morning as they gather around the flagpole and pray
So all
for our
the churches
nation.
around
So we
come to
cap it off with a big night. We got Tony Evans, his son's going to be speaking, and he's the chaplain for Dallas Cowboys.
Really?
Oh yeah, and then Impact from Mobile is going to be doing the music. It's going to be a great night.
When is that?
Wednesday night, next Wednesday night.
Did you hear what Cody had at his
I was
yard?
there.
You were there?
It was awesome.
He said
I mean, it was really
he said he had
awesome.
over 200, and he had,
Oh, yeah.
what, 7 or 8 got saved?
Yes.
Oh, more than that.
More than that.
Yeah,
It was
there was a host of kids that
Oh,
came
you were
up.
there then?
Yeah, I was there. I was helping counsel some of the
I
kids.
said, man, your neighbors be making you leave town before long if you don't have that many people
It
in
was
your yard.
really good. It was a great event for Athens and for Athens High School as well.
Well, that's
Cody
unbelievable
Carey
somebody does that in their
phenomenal.
front yard.
And then
Unbelievable.
Tebow, last night, they said that 79 children, or 79 people were led to Christ. So
Is that right?
event, so
That is awesome,
that's
man.
But the main thing was about last night, Joe Carlucci
Met
got to
the
meet
man.
his hero, man. I
Yeah.
tell you.
And gave him that pizza with his
Yeah,
face.
Garrett is right there. Yeah, Joe Carlucci
We won't
finally.
be able to stand them now.
Yeah, I was reading out here today. He got to sleep in. I think Jerry and Penny went with him too
They
last
did.
Yeah.
night up there. So,
Yeah,
all right. Well, can you continuing this Sunday?
I am continuing a series in James, and we're gearing up for October. You know, we have Love Loud coming up in October, big missions week. Love Loud, kick it off on Thursday and Friday, and then we'll have the Light of the Night.
Yeah, that's
We
a
host a
big deal.
community for
How many kids showed up at that last year?
about 8,000, something like that.
8,000?
No,
More like
That was a lot. I
it was a
know that.
lot. It was about
There was a bunch
4,000
of them
people
there.
total.
They're expecting 5,000 this year.
Yeah, it was a lot of folks.
Shot last
Yeah, they did
year.
a drone shot of it. It's pretty
And
neat.
listen, if you ain't got a
He was a
church, we got plenty of room for you.
was a
There's
dog.
always
Yeah.
a seat up front down at Lindsay Lane
That's right.
Baptist Church. And we got a lot in Sunday school, too. Y'all come on down and join us. All right, anything else any three of y'all got to say?
Roll Tide.
I'm headed to Nashville tomorrow for an audition.
I thought you had to do a car show. Oh, it's Friday. It's tomorrow.
I'm thinking today's
I thought he said
I
it
thought
doing
you guys,
Nashville
where
for
were
the
you
game.
last week?
Last week I was in Knoxville filming
how'd that go
another
for you?
crime show. Went really
He was
good.
the lead.
fun.
I'm excited. I was the lead detective on an episode coming up in December.
What are you trying out for tomorrow?
Tomorrow, it's a lawnmower commercial. Let's say that.
Do you have a full-time job anymore?
I do.
Currently?
I do. So far.
He's working
All
hard.
right, there's
building
another
up
big
time.
event going on in this weekend. Michelle Evans
That's
Bifford coming up
right.
just next. I see Mayor where she was with Ronnie Marks, had her picture in the paper yesterday. We'll have that too. Y'all hang on.
Look, everyone needs a t-shirt. Live, laugh, love. Michelle Elkins with me this morning. Only $10 too. Where can they get these?
At the square on Saturday at our 5K.
Yes.
The ones that are registered to run will get the new T-shirt for the 5K.
Okay.
But we also have lots of these in different sizes that we just need to get rid of that are in boxes right now.
Okay.
So
It's a good great
$10
t-shirt,
for a
$10 for a great
t-shirt,
cause.
yes.
Meningitis awareness is what we're talking about. Michelle's been with us so many years. I know many of you should already know her, and the whole community loves her. And if you're new to the area and not sure who Miss Michelle is, just to recap quickly, you had a daughter pass away at age 15. She was almost 16. There's beautiful Jessica, and meningitis was something that no one in this community had ever heard of, really. There's a vaccination for that, and you've gone on to bring awareness here.
yes, we've done everything we can to just make people aware and know there is a vaccine. After losing Jessica and going through what we've been through, if we can just save one life, that's what we want to do.
What is the first age of someone that what age do you need to get the vaccination?
The Medactra and all the new one, the booster vaccine, they're recommended for ages 11.
Okay.
And and I think there is another dose that you should get before entering college.
Great.
But there's new things happening every day, and things change. But ask your pediatrician, stay on top of it.
And just make sure you ask the questions about that. It's called meningitis, and they'll know exactly, because lately there's been some, more and more cases.
Yes.
So hopefully everyone in your own community are, helping to spread that too. There's going to be a very special birthday celebration.
Yeah, Saturday would have been her 25th birthday.
Okay.
And so this is also the 10th year that she passed away on the 26th in 2007. So we just wanted to try to get everybody together again for just one big celebration.
Whether you want to walk or not, it doesn't matter. Where will this take place?
It's on the courthouse square on the east side. Registration will actually be on the in front of Trinity's there. You can register. So anywhere around the courthouse, we have lots of sponsors and people that will be there.
There's going to be a bake sale as
bake
well?
sale from First Baptist. So just come join us. If you can only come for the balloon release, we just want to have a good crowd there.
What time does it start?
The race will start at 8. Registration's at 7. But if you want to come just for the balloon release, probably around 9 or so, a little after.
Wonderful. It's going to be, so many people in this community know and love your family, and she had so many friends, too, that still stay in touch with you.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm sure it's going to be a big event.
And lots of them are coming in, so I'm very excited to get to see them. And I just want to thank the community and the support we've had for 10 years now. I mean, I don't know where we'd be without everybody just pushing us and encouraging us and loving us, and we just thank everyone, not only the sponsors for this event, but everybody that has been behind us.
When you go through such a tragedy like that, it sure is helpful after that first week that you still have people to come and visit with you. And 10 years later, we're still doing it with you.
We still are.
You're doing great, letting everybody know.
I know,
Of course,
she's
there's your other
smiling down
daughter's
on us,
son. That's right. Always. We get lost with your other children there.
I know. I know.
Oh, they've been up here several times throughout that 10 years. Well,
yes.
Congratulations on bringing so much awareness to this area. And talk to your pediatrician. 11 years old, that first vaccination for meningitis is available. And if you can do it, and like you said, if it saves one child, everything's been done for the right reason. And don't forget, go by there and pick up this T-shirt, $10. It's a great shirt, too. And register, and you'll get the new one. All right, Michelle, thank you so much for being with us over the past 10 years.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, we are going to get out of here for this weekend. If you need additional information on anything that took place here on the program, or you need video or need to know where you can find something, you can actually check out YouTube or contact us, 256-603-4848. We'll be happy to send you in the right direction. Have a wonderful Friday and weekend, and we'll see you next week. Bye-bye.